When did the cross become a symbol of Christianity? Are you interested? The facts are very clear. Do the research. Check everything. I'd like to read just a little bit from a little book that I have called Sunday Origins. And it's basically about sun worship's special day. They were worshiping the sun all around the earth. And from the Egyptians to the Persians, Aztecs, Mayans, they were all sun worshipers. All the circus fathers were originally sun worshipers. They worshiped the host of heaven. I want to read a little bit from page 32. There's a whole lot of information in here. A lot of sun temples and examples. About a third of the way down. The worship of the heavenly host. The worship of the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars was the pattern for the Babylonians, Persians, Chaldeans, Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Celts, Mayans, Aztecs, and Indians. We're not talking about the people that live indigenously in the North American theater, but the Indians, the people that lived in India, generally Nimrod land. They were turned over to worship the host of heaven, which is another word, Maseroth, if you look at Acts 7, verse 42. The governments were the religion. And if they were good pagans, at death, they would be transported to the skies or go to heaven. That's where the idea came from. Living in the skies with their deities. This was called Nirvana, Shambhala, or Elysian fields in some of the religious pantheons. The Roman consul, Emperor Constantine I, gave us the term Sunday, which referred to the day honoring Sol Invictus, Mithras, the unconquerable sun. This Apollo was another term that was a proper noun for the sun deity he worshipped. And the Mithras sun deity was the same deity, although non-existent, that the Persians worshipped for Apollo. Here's a coin minted by Constantine showing Apollo and Constantine walking together side by side. In 321 CE, he decreed, under penalty of death, that all artisans, merchants, and people of the empire, shops, retailers, and things, they were to cease work throughout the empire to honor the venerable day of the sun. Now that's the object of not working on the sun day. To honor Mithras, or Apollo. Now this was a universal edict in 321 called the Edict of Constantine. Check it out. And it's still enforced in our Western culture with our blue laws. Interestingly, the government phone numbers are printed on blue pages in our United States phone books. It was a weekly ritual of sun worshippers to assemble at dawn in the morning on this day to greet the sun at its rising. A great pillar, or sun ray obelisk, was the solar religion's primitive high place, condemned as a pillar of jealousy, secretly or esoterically interpreted as a male fertility symbol. Tower designs such as steeples, pagodas, turrets, ziggurats, minarets, spires, obelisks, and pyramids are forbidden by Yahuwah. Read Leviticus 26, verse 1, and read all of the chapter, Ezekiel chapter 8. And this goes on and on and on. But there's a historian that went to Peru named Prescott. And he's an eyewitness to blatant sun worship. The Inca would assemble at dawn eagerly. They watched the coming of the deity, and no sooner did his first yellow rays strike the turrets than a shout of gratulation broke forth from the assembled multitude. The wild tunes from barbaric instruments swelled louder and louder as his bright orb shone in full splendor on his votaries. Unquote. All right. That's basically one page of this book. You get one of these at Amazon. Just look up my name and some of the books that I have out. Anyway, that's pretty whacked. What are we going to do about that? Now, we have these words to share with you too. The origin of the CRUX. When did it start becoming part of the system of Christianity? Eusebius Hieronymus, oddly enough that means sacred name, Hieronymus Sophronius, translated the Greek Natsarim letters from Greek into Latin between 391 and 403 CE. He inserted the Latin word crux into the text of the Latin Vulgate from the Greek word staros. That's S-T-A-U-R-O-S, while Latin already had the equivalent word, staro. It was one pole, or a staro, an upright stake. Earlier in the 4th century, Constantine had a vision of the sun with a crux beneath it, or overlaid over it. The record is a little conflicted. He was praying to the sun, asking for a sign of his defeat or success in the battle against Maxentius, his own half-brother, at the Milvian Bridge on 28 October 312 CE. The Milvian Bridge is in France, Gaul. Now this is a source called Wikipedia, and I'm using this briefly as a verification from other scholars that know these things. And it's under the topic Chi-Rho, C-H-I-A-R-H-O. Quote, in a memoir of the Roman emperor that Eusebius wrote of the life of Constantine and after his death, around 337 to 339 CE, a miraculous appearance is said to have come in Gaul, that's France, long before the Battle of Milvian Bridge. In this later version, the Roman emperor had been pondering the misfortunes that befell commanders who invoked the help of many different gods, and decided to seek divine aid in the forthcoming battle from the one god. At noon, Constantine saw a cross of light imposed over the sun. Attached to it, in Greek characters, was the saying, "Evito tunica," and literally it means "this is conquer." They usually translate it as "in this sign, conquer," because in Latin it comes out differently. Not only Constantine, but the whole army saw the miracle. Unquote. Of course, that's not scripture, that's just a historian. Constantine's deity was Apollo, the sun, and the solar crux symbol was adopted as a habit for the unconverted pagan hordes. He had this chi-rho symbol placed upon all the soldiers' shields. See, he really didn't see a cross. He saw an X, a chi, and a rho, which looks like a P, but it's really an R. And it is also the healing symbol for medicines. Anyway, these unconverted pagans, they said, yeah, this is us, man. Anyway, there's other coins that use the same symbol, chi-rho, from 200 BC. Syncretism and missionary adaptation are the real reason for many traditions that are absorbed, mixing pagan customs into the thousands of Christian denominations. By the way, the fellow that we mentioned first, Eusebius Hieronymus Sophronius, he was the self-castrated headmaster at the Catechetical School at Alexandria in Egypt. And he translated those words from 391 through 403 from the Greek into the Latin Vulgate. All right, have fun with this and do your own research. Check everything I've said. Look it up on any search engine that you can. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next exciting video. Bye.